Hi, everybody, parents, practitioners, everybody living in this chaotic world right now. I want to talk today about something that is really, really simple to implement to decrease stress, decrease anxiety, and just improve our ability to kind of move through these uncertain times. And that is the concept of decision fatigue. So, when we're talking about decision fatigue, we need to understand that basically what that means is I'm having to make a lot of decisions. I'm having to process a lot of things and make decisions all at once for a long period of time. This is really, really common feeling and reality for people living in uncertain times, people living in chronic stress, people living with themselves or with kids, or somebody in their family who's experiencing some sort of health challenge or behavioral learning or socialization challenge. That in itself creates a lot of stress, and usually long-term stress, and that itself creates a lot of decisions being forced upon us, things, really big decisions, small decisions to big decisions that we have to make all the time. And so one of the things that we want to do to help an individual to decrease their stress in their world, and increase their ability to enjoy and make appropriate decisions, is we want to really simplify areas that we can. We want to control the things that we can control. So one of the ways you can do that, let's say with kids, is we always think, especially in maybe like uncertain times or times when you think that your kids aren't getting what they normally get, and so you feel bad and you want to give them extra stuff, extra experiences, extra toys, extra options. One of the things that we do is we kind of create more chaos and potentially more decision fatigue for our children. So, we might have a ton of toys and they may actually have trouble picking which toy they want to play with. Or you may find that you're like, I don't get it. They don't want to play with any of their toys and they seem to be upset, like nothing's making them happy. That could be a window into, hey, there are too many options. And we're just living in a time right now when too many options isn't necessarily a good thing. And so you can take some really specific steps in your life to reduce this stress response and this decision fatigue, or the decision fatigue, and therefore the stress response, by just simplifying a few things. Try to keep your world, your child's world, at home, in the area that you can control. We can't control everything that's going out there with school and the uncertainty of school and the changing times with how it's going to be delivered, with socialization, with everything, with just the way we move about our communities. But what we can control to some degree, to a pretty high degree, is what's happening inside our home. So let's try to create some control, create some predictability, reduce decision fatigue. This wouldn't be the time for lots of surprises. It doesn't mean you can't have really fun experiences and new experiences, but make sure you're doing a lot of prediction before those experiences, and try to look where you can in your family life and try to reduce some of the decision fatigue. So for example, instead of what do you want to eat for dinner, it's your lucky day, you get to pick anything you want, which feels like a really big win or surprise or great thing, a reward for your child, you might say, instead of that, you might say, do you want to have tacos or do you want to have pizza? Right? And so there's a choice still, there's control still, but there's not this I have to visualize everything, and that's creating a stress in itself, and I don't actually know how to pick, and what seemed to be a really good thing and a surprise might actually not be. So play with that concept, play with it with yourself, with your spouse, with your family, definitely with your kids. I'm telling you, it will make your life easier. Practitioners, do this in your office. Teach your patients to do this. It's all about taking what we know about the brain, taking what we know about life right now, and going, what can we do to help improve expression of life, and therefore for kids, make sure we're not having long-term change or trajectory of change in brain development as a result of too much stress.